Hi everyone, I'm here today to do a quick review of the Hario Slim Ceramic Burr Grinder. It's handheld and completely manual, no electricity involved. It features a grind capacity indicator, which I'm not going to use here today. I'm just going to weigh out my beans. And to get to the hopper, well, first I should say that the handle detaches easily, and there's your hopper right in there where you place the beans. So just real quick, I'm going to go over what I feel are the pros and cons of this grinder, and then I'm going to do a demo shortly afterwards, and then take the thing apart, show you how it disassembles and how you clean it and all of that fun stuff. So to start with the pros, I would say that my favorite thing about it is that it's a really good grinder, particularly for espresso. It can grind the beans very fine or very coarse, depending on what you're into. And to adjust the grind, it's actually done right here under the hopper. You twist to the left or right, and you hear it click every time you go up or down a level. So that's kind of neat. And what else do I like about it? Well, its size, it's about probably 10 inches tall. Maybe less. I don't know. Under a foot. Very portable, as I mentioned in the intro. And it's pretty fun to do. When I get into the demo, I'll show you basically the whole grinding process. It's quite a workout and an interesting process, kind of like grinding pepper manually. And yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head what else I like about it. Oh yeah, its price. It's under $40, and I think that's probably the best value grinder you'll find, at least Burr grinder, that you'll find on the market. The electric ones range from, I don't know, 80 to several $1,000s, I think. So considering this is just under $40, at least at the time of this video, that's just an incredible value. I can finally get my coffee ground finely enough to produce pretty good espresso, and it does a much better job than I'll show you, my old Burr grinder. This is the Espresso Infinity. And that's also a Burr grinder, but it's electric, and it just doesn't do nearly as good a job as this little guy here. Okay, so cons. What do I not like about it? Well, first thing I don't like about it is it takes some work and some time to grind out your coffee. The finer you go, if you're on the finest setting, it could take anywhere from, I'd say, 8 to 14 minutes, depending on how fastly you turn the crank. You're going to be doing a lot of exercise in the process. It's not too hard to crank the coffee, or to grind the coffee, but it will take some work, and you might wear out your arm if you don't take breaks. What else do I not like about it? From time to time, I've seen that there's been static buildup, depending on the beans, I think, within the coffee grind receptacle. And that's one of the things I hated about the Espresso grinder over there, is that static buildup. Just couldn't stand it. So I've seen that from time to time with this one, and it's frustrating. And I don't really like how the handle detaches so easily. Sometimes I'll be grinding and it can come off, or at least I've heard others experience that. I haven't experienced that myself, actually, so that might be a con for some people, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. And finally, I don't like how many tiny little parts there are. I'm going to show you in a minute when when I take the whole thing apart. There's about 12 parts, so it can be difficult to clean. Pretty easy to lose everything. Everything's supposed to be dishwasher safe too, but I'm just going to show you how many parts we have here. So I'm just unscrewing the wing nut all the way to the left right now. And once that's out comes your inner burr, and then your outer burr. And I should take off the crank. Our lid. And we have a little spring. So this is the first thing that I find that could be very easily lost. And we've got this little rod and a washer right there. There's actually one other washer in here. It's not coming out, so I'll just leave it. But all in all, when we're looking at this, we're talking about 12 parts. There's only 11 here, but that's a lot, and I don't like this. I mean, I think it's a pro and a con, frankly. It's easy to get into all the grooves and clean everything out, but at the same time, you could very easily lose something like this or like this. So be careful. I mean, sure, it's only a $40 grinder, but it would suck if you had to go get a new one just because you lost a tiny part. And I'm not sure what Hario's policy is as far as replacing these little parts, but judging by the fact that they're a Japanese company, it might be difficult to get in touch with some customer service that speaks great English or that is available in your time zone. So that's something I don't have experience with, but it's just something to look out for. So in the next video, I'm going to do a quick demo showing you how it works after I reassemble everything, and I'm going to show you how fine the coffee is. I'm going to grind it for espresso, and if I have time, I'm going to show you an espresso that I pull using the coffee I ground with the Hario slim ceramic Burr grinder. Thanks. See you on the other end. Okay, I'm back with the Hario grinder once again, and this time it's filled with beans, 18 grams to be specific. And this is an espresso blend from 4 Barrel, coffee roaster here in the Bay Area. I see a little hair, I just wanted to get that. Alright, so this is how it works. You just put on the crank after you put on the lid and start grinding. It's hard to do it when it's against a surface. What I usually do is just pick it up and go like this. So I'd say that was about, I don't know, 20 rotations, and this is how much coffee I have so far. This is the 5th finest setting. I clicked that wing nut within the grinder 5 ticks back. I'll just show you once again what I'm talking about. This guy right here, I turned 5 to the left after I made it all the way to the right. So I'm going to finish grinding this coffee, and then I'm going to show you what the final result looks like. And once again, if I have time, I'll show you how my shot of espresso looks. So I'm back about, I'd say, 10 minutes later. And here is my finely ground coffee from the Hario over there, which is now lying down on its side. But you can see, you know, this is very, well, I don't know if you can see, but this is pretty nicely done for something that's manual and of that size. So I'm going to go ahead and tamp this and pull a shot and show you what it looks like.